I ask that you please come forward so that we may all be freed of death like this.
A cry for help from a murder victim's daughter. How she says her mother's death has changed her life and the place she calls home.
Two major drug busts in one day. We'll show you what deputies confiscated and where it all went down. And
clues in a car lead deputies to a link between two deaths, why investigators say it is likely murder-suicide. Your news at 6 starts right now.
This is 9 on your side at 6.
Good evening. Thanks so much for inviting us in tonight. I'm Jeff Arner.
And I'm Amanda Goodman. The children of a woman shot and killed.
Accused of having sex with an underage girl, where investigators say it happened and why they want to get the word out.
I would have never forgave myself. I mean, if something if he had touched one of my grandkids, I would have killed him.
A neighbor not willing to show her face shares her story. Here, her description of the man deputies say is a sex offender.
And a woman breaks down after a man steals from her home. More on the convicted felon and how deputies tracked him down. Your news at 6 starts right now.
This is 9 on your side at 6.
Thanks so much for inviting us in tonight. I'm Jeff Arner.
And I'm Amanda Goodman.
Developing right now, a former ECU.
If there's even one life that can be saved, then we've got an obligation to try.
From executive orders to new legislation, the president unveils his plan to tackle gun violence in our country. We break down what's on the way regarding gun control.
Assault rifles, this is just my opinion. I do not think it's going to prevent gun crimes.
Not everyone agrees the president's plan can work. What local gun shops have to say about that assault weapon ban.
And a Marine facing court-martial for urinating on Taliban bodies. He entered a plea, what he admitted to in military court. Your news at 6 starts right now.
This is 9 on your side at 6.
Let's do the right thing. Let's do the right thing for them and for this country that we love so much.
The president says it's time to set aside politics and focus on our children. How he plans to stop another massacre like the one in Newtown, Connecticut. Good evening, everyone. I'm Amanda Goodman.
And I'm Jeff Arner. Thanks so much for inviting us in tonight. With the stroke of a pen, the president signed 23.
As of this point, it looks like I'm going to be spending New Year's here.
No deal on Capitol Hill. The fiscal cliff deadline is just hours away, why Congress says it will not have a compromise tonight. Plus, a 65-year-old woman shot and killed outside a bingo hall in Jacksonville. The latest on her and what happened there.
Happy New Year!
And out with the old and in with the new. Times Square is already packed. We'll preview the biggest party of the year. Your news at 6 starts right now.
This is 9 on your side at 6.
We are very, very close.
Close, but no cigar. Congress will not reach a deal by midnight. The Senate is prepared to vote, but the House has another idea. Grab that parachute, folks. We're about to go over that cliff. Good evening. Thanks so much for inviting us in. I'm Jeff Varner. Amanda Goodman is off tonight. It has been a day of back and forth. We may have tripped over the fiscal cliff, but last night Congress found some solid ground. We talked with your state lawmakers about how they voted and why.
A store clerk held up at gunpoint. We'll show you the surveillance video that tells the whole story.
I have employees that I have to look at them and say, I hope next week will be open. I hope that you have a job.
And sweepstakes cafes close for good tonight, while local owners say the fight is far from over. Your news at 6 starts right now.
This is 9 on your side at 6.
Good evening. Thanks so much for inviting us in tonight. I'm Jeff Arner.
And I'm Amanda Goodman. The fiscal cliff deal just needs the... In her final day in office, she chose to be in a classroom, while Governor Bev Perdue felt it was so important to be with students here in the East.
Try to get whatever I can get, stay humble, and, just take it one day at a time.
Slowly but surely, people are finding jobs in the East. We're breaking down the numbers from the latest report.
And new details about an unsolved murder. Police hoping money will talk. Your news at 6 starts now.
This is 9 on your side at 6.
I got to pick where I was going to be my last day, and I came back to Eastern North Carolina.
A couple of Onslow County schools host a special guest. In her last day as governor, Bev Perdue chooses to spend it with our students. Thanks for inviting us in. Good evening to you. I'm Jeff Varner.
And I'm Amanda Goodman. Outgoing Governor Beverly Perdue spent her last day in office visiting with students.